Hello everyone and welcome to our channel of Azure Cloud today. In this video, we are going to break down every way a device can get into Microsoft Intune, whether it's an iPhone, Android, or a Windows laptop. There are several enrollment methods designed for each situations, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly which enrollment methods to use and why is that. Why does enrollment matter? So, before we look at the different enrollment methods, we need to first understand why does enrollment really matter. You could think of enrollment as the front door to Intune. So until a device walks in through that door, Intune cannot do anything with it. It cannot push apps, it cannot enforce password policies, it cannot wipe company data. So if a device is stolen, lost or stolen, and Intune does not control it or it is not enrolled in Intune, it basically cannot do anything. So, none of the above things that we spoke, like enforcing password policies, wiping of device, and so on, cannot happen without the enrollment part. That is why enrollment matters. Who owns the device? This is the most important question that determines which enrollment method to be used, which is who owns the device. If the company brought the device and handed it to an employee, then it's corporate owned. And if the employee brings in their own personal phone or their own laptop to work and enrolls it to Intune, then it's BYOD, which stands for Bring Your Own Device. So, in corporate owned scenarios, you can enforce all and everything that you want since the device is owned by the company. And in BYOD, companies can only manage the work side of things. So, example is that IT cannot wipe personal photos and personal text messages just because the employee left the company. This is the single most thought which can simply understand if a device would be corporate owned or bring your own device or personal. So over here, IT has full control from day one. Over here, IT manages only work application data. Over here, the entire device wiping can be done. Over here, personal photos and apps stay private. Wiping can be done, but these are not touched. Examples could be on hospital iPads. It's completely corporate owned because they could have the patient's data, which is a huge thing. And over here, employee using his personal iPhone for work. Three categories of enrollment. So instead of memorizing a long list of enrollment methods, I want you to think them in three simple categories. Category one is user driven enrollment. This is where the employee picks up their device, opens the company portal app, signs in, and then enrolls the device themselves. It is the most common method, and this is how most bring your own device or BYOD scenarios work. Category 2 is automated or zero touch enrollment. This is where the device is pre registered so that it enrolls itself automatically the first time someone turns it on and signs it using their corporate credentials. No manual steps for the user at all. This is what exactly large corporates or large companies do when they ship hundreds of laptops or phones to their employees. Category 3 is app only enrollment. This is where MAM comes into picture. It's just MAM and no MDM at all. This is where Intune does not manage the device at all. It only protects the specific work related applications. The employee never enrolls their device, but their Outlook, And Teams app still get protected by company's policy because it is the Outlook and Teams belong to the company. So the user driven enrollment is the most straightforward method. The employee downloads the company portal app from the App Store or the Play Store or Microsoft Store. They sign in with their work email and password. The app then walks them through a few prompts. Then they agree to the terms and conditions that the app prompts them for, then which in turn allows a management profile to be installed inside the device, and within a minute or two, or sometimes few minutes, the device is enrolled completely in Intune. This works on iOS, Android, and Windows. It is the go-to method for BYOD or bring your own device because the employee initiates it themselves. This is also how smaller companies enroll devices because it does not require any huge pre-configurations. On iOS specifically, user-driven enrollment installs a MDM profile on the device. On Windows, the device gets registered with Entra ID and Intune simultaneously. We will walk through each step by step in our upcoming enrollment videos. Automated zero touch enrollment. Now imagine that you are an IT admin at a big company with maybe 500 employees, and the company or you just ordered 200 new Windows laptops. Are you going to sit there and manually enroll each one of them? Of course not. This is where the automated enrollment comes in. This is generally always done in huge companies. With automated device enrollment, you pre register the device serial number in Intune before the device even arrives. So basically, we buy it through a reseller. So we have that serial number already. So, and the shipping of the device is done. Then, when an employee unboxes their new phone or laptop and turns it on for the very first time, the device already knows it belongs to your company. Then it connects the Intune automatically during the initial setup. The employee just signs in and everything is configured. Apps, policies, Wi-Fi, all of it. Just name it. Zero manual effort. Each platform, however, has its own name for this automated enrollment. Apple calls it ADE, Automated Device Enrollment. Windows calls it Autopilot. Android, however, has its own zero touch enrollment program. However, they all follow the exact same concept where device enrolls itself automatically. Please note, however, this only works for corporate owned devices. This cannot work in bring your own device scenarios or MAM scenarios, strictly limited to corporate only devices. App only enrollment. What if an employee says, I do not want my company managing my personal phone at all? This is completely fair, and Intune has a solution for that as well. It is called MAM without device enrollment or app only enrollment. With this method, the employee never installs a management profile. They never enroll their device at all. They simply open a work app like Outlook or Teams, then sign in with their work account, and Intune app protection policies automatically kick in. Nothing related to managing the device is possible here, as the device was not enrolled to Intune in the first place. If MDM itself is not there, then there comes no point of device management at all. Not a lot of organization honestly follow this as per my knowledge. Generally, what companies prefer is both MDM and MAM on the same device at the same time just to enhance security. User driven automated app only. You can think that in user enrollment, employee does the work of downloading company portal and then enrolling the device themselves. Corporate owned is configured with automated device enrollment, due to which the device enrolls itself automatically when the employee signs in. App only is when an employee refuses device enrollment and downloads Outlook or Teams from the App Store or Play Store directly, then logs in with the company credentials and starts using it. This is where Intune protects only the work apps. So that's why we say IT control is medium to full over here, automated is full because it's corporate only, and this is only the app level. Best for small companies or bring your own device. Automated is always recommended for large organization because the IT is not going to sit over there and enroll each device manually. Why we say privacy concerned employees? Because they do not want the device to be controlled fully. What actually happens during enrollment? So, no matter what method is chosen or enforced by the organization, they all go through the same series of steps, which is device contacts Intune Cloud Services. Then Intune checks the user identity through Enter ID. Once identity is confirmed, app management profile or a lightweight agent gets installed on the device. The device shows up in Intune policy and configuration that the Intune admin configured is applied at this point. This is the same flow for all devices, all enrollment. So if you understand one, you would understand all of them. Now, let me switch over to Microsoft Intune Admin Center to show where this lives. To open Microsoft Intune Admin Center, you must type in your search bar intune.microsoft.com and log in with your admin credentials. If you have watched our video on tour of the Intune Admin Center, then this should all look very familiar to you. So let's click on devices to see what all enrollment methods we have. Let's go to Windows and then click on enrollment over here. If you see over here, the enrollment, we have the automatic enrollment over here, and over here the Windows Autopilot enrollment. This is what we spoke about. For Windows, it is Autopilot. Then let's go back to the next device, which is iOS, and then enrollment. Over here, we have the Apple configurator and enrollment program token. This is for manage automated device enrollment with Apple Business Manager and Apple School Manager. The next one is the Mac enrollment. Over here, again, the same thing. Let's go to the other one. Android. For Android, if we click on enrollment, for bulk enrollment, there is zero touch enrollment, and the different enrollment profiles are personally owned devices with work profile, corporate owned dedicated devices, corporate owned fully managed user devices, corporate owned devices with work profile. We are again going to look at each one of them in detail. I just wanted to show you briefly on where we would be configuring our different types of enrollment. Thank you everyone. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to you at my earliest. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.